Well, what is going on, guys? As you guys saw last video, we were messing around with the 240. We got to get this thing ready for some events coming up. Mostly this weekend's Cletus and Cars burnout event. You guys know this is my burnout car. I don't really have a dedicated burnout car, so this is kind of the Swiss Army knife, if you will. I use it to cook tacos. I use it to drift and burnouts. So we got some burnouts coming up. We got some drifting coming up after that if the engine doesn't let go. And then we have some more cool stuff. So yesterday I tried out the new tire machine, and look at that. Got some fresh rubber up front. So these Kumo Aquesta V730s are pretty solid looking. These look like they have a lot of grip in them. Let me show you guys what this tire looks like versus what we were running. So we were running these Pirelli all season junk. They're a very hard tire. They are a run flat, so they're super stiff tire, very difficult to get off the wheel. Huge pain in my butt, but I definitely will not run flats again. I know I learned my lesson on that. I got these used. I thought they'd be good enough. Now, when I was taking them off, I realized this one has a huge hole in it. But the little Cobalt did its job. It was able to debead both of these, and I was able to put new tires on with just that little guy. These are what we replaced them with. This is the rear. I have the fronts over there, 2 more fronts, 4 rear. And then these are for burning. I'm gonna throw these on most likely. These are just the tires I used for the last burnout, and they have just enough life left where I can do a good burnout, but also pop them and also not have to blow up my motor to pop them. So that's kind of where I'm at in between, you know, because if I put those new tires on there, it's gonna be a long burnout for this thing to get the wheel speed and just the ability to pop those. So I'm gonna run these, the Grand Prix Tour RSs. They were smoky last time, so I'll run it again. What's going on, guys? Before we get to this video, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Avalon King. If you guys don't know who they are and what they do and what ceramic coating is, you really need to educate yourself, because ceramic coating is literally the best thing ever, especially for a kind of lazy car guy like me that doesn't really like to clean his vehicles all that much. Ceramic coating has actually changed the way that I enjoy that CTSV over there. That car's been ceramic coated for 2 years now, and it is awesome. So Avalon King is an at-home, do-it-yourself ceramic coating, and this stuff is just great. Right here, the wing is just always gets dirty. Now the wing is extra clean and nice looking, let's open up the box and see what we got. They come with the nice simple instructions, easy as can be. Now once you have everything set up, you want to do this section by section. So you just want to put a few drops on there, nothing crazy. Shake this thing up really good. All right, so we coated a nice layer onto the wing. We're gonna let this dry for a few minutes, come in, clean off the residue, and this thing should be ready to go. And it is just that easy to apply. If you guys want to get a killer Black Friday deal on this stuff, go check out the link in the description below. Avalon King, really awesome stuff. You guys will not be disappointed. All right, guys, we are out here at the Sandlot Off-Road Park. We got the Talon out here. Hasn't been out in a while. I feel like this thing's been super MIA. Got a bunch of machines out here. Matt's, Seuss's, Leo's. Look at that Tesseract on there, Jesus. And then the new unit, Mr. Butterfield's. This thing's super sick. Really clean machine right here. Billet wheels, ooh. Hard flexing on everyone. I like the little half winch, little quarter windshield. Nice, clean unit. This thing, seen this thing 100 times. Mats. A narrow unit. I like the white though. The white cage is pretty cool. Oh, billet shifter in there. Ooh. Nice stuff. Good units. See, Matt doesn't have a snorkel. None of them have snorkels, so they brought snorkel-less machines to Florida. How are they gonna go and do that to us? Well, in classic fashion, it drives fine every other time I'm driving it, and now when I pull up to the where everybody's doing jumps and stuff, the track, it's not running good. But this machine is not really set up for that, because on these tires it jumps like shit and it tears up the track, so they really don't like you going out on these. You know, it's more like actual off-road tires, not mud tires. So kind of played myself on that one, but I would prefer to go in the mud anyways. I just don't understand what it could possibly be doing. Yeah. All right, so we're out here with potentially the most JDM side-by-side ever.
I think it is. I think it is.
It's very JDM, dude.
Super JDM.
This is friggin', what do they call that? J-spec? Matt, you're a big JDM guy.
Yeah, right.
This is J-spec?
Wow, Matt, that didn't seem too genuine. Goodness. Well, what kind of tune-up you got in this thing?
You know, she's got some spice in her. I wouldn't say 100% of it, but most of it. Yeah. She's gonna rip.
I mean, you run a bigger tire than most people at like the drag strip, so you know you should be able to hook up better than my car out here with these.
I wouldn't mind a couple wheelies today.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
I do like the wheelie, and then the sound when you get out of it, and then like,
yeah.
And it comes down so graciously. When they got car wheelies like that, you're like, oh, it's totaled. Oh, it's done. Yeah, BPA, my boy. I think it's that 6-to-1 collector too on there that helps with the throatiness. Because we were just talking about
BPA,
how
what up?
He built my manifold too.
I know, good people.
But mine's not 6-to-1. Mine's 3 to 2 to 1.
Wow, that's a good countdown though.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite countdowns.
Oh no.
3, 2,
yeah.
1.
Yep, and then it goes to 1 out the exhaust.
Yeah.
So you guys will hear this thing sounds way throatier than my car.
He said it's not on kill, but it's just on pretty badly tuned. So.
I've heard that it's not on kill quote before, and it usually goes pretty fast when people say it.
I think it probably.
That's the classic 2J guy thing, saying low boost.
Yeah.
There's just so much violence.
I don't know, like this stuff is pretty slippery.
Yeah. I have no gauge of knowing how slippery sand is. To me, sand all looks slippery.
It's just slippery stuff right here.
I'm much used to wet, very different traction conditions.
Imagine if the sand were burned, melted, smashed. It's like asphalt.
Yeah.
Is that how they make it? Isn't that how diamonds are made?
Alright, well, since my machine is acting like a little prima donna because I've been neglecting it, you know, I've neglected it like crazy, so it's being a little salty. I decided to ride the mixes, and all your screen and everything works. Mine doesn't. Mine hasn't in like ever. It worked one time.
You gotta give her some love, man.
It doesn't deserve it.
She doesn't deserve it.
Such a bad passenger. Oh, that hit my knee bad. Dude, I will be fully honest, I hate being passenger. And that was like my first lap on this track.
Ever?
Yeah. So I didn't know how those jumps were gonna end.
Ever? Is your knee okay?
It was this one.
Oh, that one. Is this one bleeding?
Look. Baby, look at that.
Dude, I've gotten cranked on this so hard, this glove box ripped my
that's
knee
a bad
open.
spot for that.
You're not kidding. Whew. So you're saying you don't want to go again?
I do, but I don't. Dude, it's so nerve-wracking just like not knowing the jump and just like,
What's on the other side of this?
yeah, and not having any control at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Is just like, to me, that's just terrifying. People like 1320 Video Kyle are wild.
Yeah, dude.
That get in cars, which
God
is...
bless them, dude.
These side-by-side guys were either gracious enough or crazy enough to take out the two-stroke to let me try ripping this thing a little bit. Not gonna hit any jumps with it, just because I don't like driving other people's machines hard like that, but I'm definitely gonna rip it around, and it looks like a fun machine. Two-stroke X3. So let's hear a little bit about this thing. So
this sucker started as an X3, stripped it all down. We swapped in an 800 triple sled engine from a Mach Z just because I thought it was cool. Love two strokes. So kind of made it just a super lightweight theme, you know, just the only stuff that's on this is what you need to drive it, and that is it. So it's like 500 pounds lighter than a normal X3. Makes probably 170 horsepower, something like that, but with the lightweight,
yeah,
it gets it pretty good.
It's definitely lightweight. Some wiring, a little bit of brake lines. Your foot's right next to the heater core.
Ain't much to it, but you know, just she drives good. Don't put your arm too far back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll melt my jacket.
Just a normal machine.
All right, fair enough.
We'll fire her up for you.
Yeah. You got a spot for a battery for a Milwaukee battery over here too?
Yeah, that actually is what we're using to power the
lights.
fan
Oh, the cooling.
right now. Yep.
It doesn't have one at the moment though.
What's that?
Doesn't have a battery at the
I'll
moment.
pop one in it.
All right.
You probably won't need it today. It's pretty cool. But
And it's wet. All right.
it'll take a minute. Pump the fuel back into it.
It's like a rotary. What a unit.
All right. Trying to figure out the shifter here. There is nothing. beautiful. It's weird too because like it bogged down so much in the thick.
Yeah.
Because it's just two-wheel drive.
Real feel, dude. There's
Yeah, and it was like, it felt like it was like down on power or something, but it was just bogged down.
You gotta wake it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is thick and then, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a wild ride though.
It is. Hey, keep ripping her, dude. Man, yeah, keep ripping her.
Yeah, they were good. And I'm always worried coming around the big jumps if somebody's gonna like land on top of me.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's a worry, you know. That's a thing.
Two-stroking, baby.
Dude, big two-stroke guy.
Nick broke his. I gotta tow him.
It looks like he's about to tow you. Is that a seatbelt?
Yeah, dude.
All in all, super fun, super sketchy. I should have brought a GoPro mount. Ugh. But I got to tear it up. Whew. Dude, that's a good unit.
Is it better now that you're driving?
Yes, 100%. But I also didn't hit any of those huge ones.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I wasn't really prepared for those big ones. Those big ones are a lot.
I'm glad you got to rip the two-stroke. Yeah.
Dude, that thing rides out. So I always talk about how much I like high RPM.
Yeah.
I rev all my motors up high. It's just, you know, they gotta live at the top.
Right.
And that thing does it. It lives at the top.
She's right here, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah. All of it. 10
Yeah.
tenths. And it's weird once, like when it bogged down, I was like, did it break or something? But that's just, it just bogged down so hard out there.
You gotta be on the pipe, son.
I wasn't on them. I wasn't on them.
I wasn't on. All right, let me.
Well, I'm gonna put the camera down and go rip it a little bit off camera. Just go enjoy it. See how she rips with two hands. This thing's not even like warm yet. I don't think so. Maybe. Where was Doug giving this thing throttle from? These carburetors. Where's the throttle? Well, Doug went back to get a strap because he couldn't figure out what the deal was. He got it started, but it was like idling really high, doing some weird stuff. So he wants to just pull it back. We'll pull the plugs out and see. But they look like the easiest spark plugs to get to ever. Look at that. They're just right there. You get to them with a freaking wrench. I don't know what, 17 or 15. You just right to them. So hopefully I didn't break it. It's unfortunate, but these motors are super simple, and this whole machine is simple, so it's probably one of their easier motors to fix and cheapest, which is good. So hopefully I didn't break it. I will clickbait you guys though if I did break it. I'm gonna do like one of these, like, oh no, oh no. I'll do like one of those awkward YouTuber hand Doug $8 and be like, hey, I'm sorry, here's monies. But it happens. Machines break. They know the deal. We'll get it back, and I'm sure they can fix it up pretty easily. But from the abuse that Ronnie put it through in their one video of Ronnie Mac driving this thing, I don't understand how I could have broken it unless I wasn't driving it hard enough, which is very possible. Well guys, that'll do it for this video. Couple things I wanted to go over. So the carburetors just got clogged on the X3, so that thing's fine. It was just being open trailered and out in the dirt and driving it in the sand. Carbs got clogged. Not a big issue, not really my fault. Doug said it was kind of expected. Pretty common deal. The Talon, I thought it was good. Brought it out there, not so good.
what are you gonna do? Thankfully, it was just like a fun, whatever event that was pretty close. So I didn't not really too worried about it. I'll get it figured out. From what me and Doug were talking about, it seems like it's got to be in the harness somewhere, because I have changed everything that would make it not in the harness, which really sucks because I do not want to do a new harness on this thing. Sounds terrible to replace the whole harness. I don't know. I guess just try pulling it apart again, pulling the injectors out, spark plugs, coils, swap it. I don't know. I tried all that, but I don't know. Figured out. I thought it was running good. It wasn't. I would have went down there whether I had a machine or not, because I wanted to see 2J run, and I wanted to just kind of hang out with the boys and, you know, play around. Got to ride with Seuss, and that was just not my thing. Clearly, I was not feeling that. I was like, okay, cool, let's go do some jumps, and then realizing how bad of a passenger I really am. I've ridden in some very fast things, so it's not like any of that stuff's new to me. As I get older, I realize I dislike being passenger. Some of you guys don't understand that. So, time to unload this thing and put the 240 on the trailer, because we got some 240 burnouts to do tomorrow. Time to get that thing ready to go. Talon, sorry I didn't treat you well enough. You are truly the redheaded stepchild of this group of vehicles. We'll go through you and get you figured out. I just haven't really messed with this because there's just nothing, there's no like pressing events or things that I want to do with it, so it's just kind of been sitting. So unfortunately neglected, but we'll get you back in tip-top shape soon enough. That's all for another day. We'll get you figured out. Huge thank you to the side-by-side guys for letting me drive and ride with them. And then also huge thank you to Sandlot for having us out there. That place is so freaking awesome. I didn't plan on taking this off any jumps anyways, because it's mud setup, not really jump setup. There's a lot of mud out there. We just didn't get to experience it, so we'll have to come back out and do it again. But that'll do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.